times leads all scorers with 11 points now.
Good pass. There's Jason Preston from
a terrific NCAA tournament, but not a good showing so far here. You know, is it best for him to go back to UCLA? Does he take a chance to go to the G League and develop?
You know, it's the NBA's rules. You got NBA coaches playing against fellow sort of NBA prospects. So it's just a question of where you'd rather do your developing. Austin, as the G League is, it was nowhere near the same option. It was very much of a minor league, and you know, we didn't have players. So I graduated
with so much to prove.
Of course, and you know, everybody's trying to fit in. They want to obviously show themselves well, and they don't know each other all that well. But really, what you have to do is play great.
That's a concern for Bill Self. Their defense tightened up major at the end of the season, Kansas.
Reaves forced up a three with Wilson right in his face. Reaves for three. Finally, a shot goes down for Oklahoma. 12 of their 25. Reaves takes it away. He'll pull up for three. Austin Reaves with a triple. It's down to 12. Harmon back outside. Can't can the jumper. Right foot. Somehow maintained his footing. Manic deflected it to Reaves, who throws up a circus shot. And one for Austin Reaves.
Let's see if Reaves can exploit Brown out top. Yep.
Goes to the basket. Misses the layup.
Thought he traveled too.
Sit and takes it away.
That was angry. He was angry on that one. He's almost insulted.
Reaves right to the rim around Brown for the finger roll.
That's what you like about Reaves. He had to sink. Keeping him on the side in that pick and roll. This is what we call icing him.
Reaves will drive it and scoop with the left hand. It won't go. There's Harkless on the offensive glass.
Well, we've said it, and this is
to get to the Friday semifinals of the Phillips 66 Big 12 Championship. Reaves for three with the shot clock winding down, and it bottoms out again.
How about that?
Shot fake. Brown didn't buy it. Reaves penetrates. Leans in. Tip follow. Rolls off the rim.
Oh, man.
Harkless kept it alive, but it's Carus Tech on deck. They will meet the winner of this game. Oklahoma down by as many as 23. They've got it to 5. Austin Reaves, tough fade away. Does not get the roll. Harkless with the follow. And
he's going to take him into the post again. Look where the Crimson is.
Reaves leans in. That's no good. And Brown's got the rebound.
They got what they wanted.
Reaves for three. That hit the backboard first. Garrett's got the rebound. Down by 7. Half minute to go. Reaves 4-3. Front rim. Wilson's got the rebound. And now Kansas can.
You play at KU every night. You have a bullseye on your back no matter who's in the uniform.
Reaves weeds his way to the goal plus the foul.
Bill Self is hitting his fourth.
Austin Reaves. Point for Austin Reaves. Austin Reaves. Reaves. Points for Austin Reaves. Austin Reaves.
Sims, where sometimes he's aggressive, other times he's not. What a start for him here in this big game.
Austin Reaves knocks down the triple.
Well, you can hear somebody say short in his size. He's getting downhill, and he is super effective when he's getting to the rim.
Almost 3 minutes without an Oklahoma bucket. Reaves deep on the three. Austin Reaves, can they get him going?
This is super unusual to see him so quiet. How about the defense here? I mean, Jericho Sims is putting him in handcuffs.
Jones! Extra pass to Williams. Skips to Reaves. Reaves sets up. And Jericho Sims continues. 2-second differential. Reaves with Sims. Steps back, tough three, banks it in! Austin Reaves, life for Oklahoma.
To find mismatches, and they haven't been able to exploit anything in their offense.
Reaves going at Sims.
I mean, look at the defense right there. That is lockdown from Jericho Sims. Reaves, that's a monster shot.
Reaves working on Jones. Tries to shake him. No good. Sims tips it up. Febres pulls it in, and he's... Kirkwood said not this time. Meets him at the rim. Gibson can't get it to go. Reaves offensive board, and he finishes. Reaves working on Ramey. Pulls up for the tie. Rebound, Kai Jones.
Dunk.
Sims working on a 14-10 double-double, his second of the season. Reaves, no, and Sims rebounds over Queth.
Boy, Matt Coleman really
scored all night long. He comes up big. Reaves all the way to the hoop, too easy with 6.9 on the clock. It's ecstatic watching Jericho Sims play like this at this point in the season. The pass intercepted. Reaves throws up a Hail Mary. The Texas Longhorns on the road.
For any hopes Oklahoma has down the stretch to get his complimentary scoring back to Austin Reaves, who tries a step back three here. That hit the backboard first. There is Manic, though. It's at the end of the year that they're hoping for.
There's no doubt, Bob, this team is a surprise. Remember what they did in late January and early February. And you got to make those if you're Austin Reaves. He gets to the basket easy.
Hot shooting start both ways. Oklahoma, 5 of 7. Oklahoma State, 5 for 8. Reaves connects. It has now been erased by a 9-0 Oklahoma State run. Reaves will drive it here and throw it down, but it hits the back of the rim and caroms all the way out to mid.
What he did early in the year, where he really tried to get his teammates involved and then had huge second halves. And this is a kid, Bob, that averages about 6. Boy, Bryce Williams has done a really good job of bothering Reaves.
Reaves can't convert down the lane. Here comes Cunningham.
Great job defensively tonight. Look at these hands.
Steal by Gibson. Harkless leaves it for Reaves. Oklahoma's got the lead back.
No problem taking over. I'm anxious to see how this future NBA star takes over the last 9 minutes.
There's Reaves. He hits a three.
How about this guy? Let's watch the ball screens now.
Reaves can't do it this time. And Cade Cunningham has the rebound.
Toronto, the same school, Orangeville, that produced guys like Jamal Murray.
Reaves this time doesn't miss the dunk.
There's the zone. It's a 1-1-3. Better know the shooters.
Reaves penetrates. The finger roll won't go. Here comes Cunningham. Harkless goes at Cunningham. Gives it up. Reaves left alone for two. Caleb Boone.
Two, maybe pick and pop three. There's the switch. Big on little.
Reaves for three. Too strong. Loose on the deck. Down to 15 seconds to go. Davion Harmon. He will drive it around Cunningham. Can't get it to go. Tipped around Reaves. Flips one up and in, plus the foul. And it's not over.
We think you guys made a mistake down there in certainly Sooner country.
Reaves, nice shot fake.
Tremendous shot fake, Bob. No doubt about it. For you young kids out for his defense, he's got the entire package. He is one of those special players that comes along once in a great while. You know what I love about him? Loyalty. He could have easily said, you know what, I'm leaving here when they were put on probate, even though they should win the appeal. I mean, they should win that appeal. I mean, he had to say, got to be kidding me. They punished the right guy. The assistant coach who's involved there, Evans, and a nice offensive rebound right there.
For Bill Self's Jayhawks.
Tell you one thing, that game tonight, will this be the first loss for Baylor tonight? Could happen. I'll tell you right now, it could happen the way Kansas has been playing, other than the game they just lost, the heartbreaker.
In is Moncrief.
Nice little play by Moncrief. Used his body exceptionally well. But people didn't realize because they didn't score if it was a tremendous pass by Cunningham. And I just think his vision. I see a lot of Penny Hardaway, and I see some Grant Hill in the kid when I look at this young guy, Cunningham.
Yeah, I don't see the Simmons comparison, you know, quite as...
I'm telling you, these two schools, they get after it big time against each other.
Austin Reaves thought he was bumped. Second effort. That won't go.
Again, when you look at Baylor, you look at Davion Mitchell, you look at Butler, those guys got to be in the chatter too. Nice drive right there.
What a finish.
Tremendous drive. Really changed direction, changed. A little weave up on top by Oklahoma. Little motion, little screen high. They want to get Reaves on a drive. There it is. They wanted to get him on a drive, and they got him. They executed that to perfection. Oh, wow.
Certainly worthy of all the Sooner love. The first player to be named to the team. Three times a gold medalist in 1984. And you even have a special memory and relationship with Wayman Tisdale, even without Brady.
A player.
A nice steal again by Harkless. Here's Reaves attacking the basket. Rolls off the rim, and Cunningham has the rebound.
That kind of cool. They invert him, bring him down into the low post at 6'8", and with his touch, shoot the little fadeaway jump shot. That's just great coaching. That's a great finish right there.
By Reaves, finishes with the left hand.
He tossed it, didn't go down, but they can do offensive rebound.
His season high is 29 back against Oral Roberts earlier this season. As Reaves drives, he can't hit. And Cade Cunningham has
third year round, the third year. I got about the third year. The VBI just reminded me, third year in the league, he's an all-star. And that's saying a lot because that league is loaded with talent.
Austin Reaves, Rich.
And we got a real good battle here. It is bedlam. There is no doubt about it.
Reaves from deep. Yes. Tie game.
I mean, we've been singing
a lot of different ways.
Yeah, he's been real big here. He and Harmon have done a really great job for them. No, these teams really play almost with like four guards.
Reaves, a total shot that he knocks down.
And we're watching two.
Up on a minute to go. 3-point lead for Oklahoma State. Here's Reaves. Spinning in the lane. Gets tied up. Hits the front of the rim. Cade Cunningham. Fouled again by Reaves. So still a lot of time left. Each team's got a timeout remaining as well.
Put a little pressure on the ball, make him take time off, but don't foul. You don't want to foul.
Will drive it.
To guard pin down actions. And right there, Deshaun Gordon just flying off the pin down and doing a nice job of getting to that left hand.
Deshaun has had some foot and ankle. McGurl off the back heel on his first shot of the night.
Boy, interesting. Kansas State ran the same play right there. And that's more of an Oklahoma deal where Lon Kruger will go
as well for K-State. Wide open look. Reaves gets the three to fall. He has not been a great like that true freshman guard, Nigel Pack.
What a tough shot. That was really well defended by Jalen Hill.
And Reaves just drives into the lane, floats it up and scores. Harmon trying to get downhill but can't with Pack on him. Reaves, Ezeagu helps out defensively, and Reaves just flipped it towards the rim, and it goes for the game. Parents and sisters here as well tonight. He's the only player you see to start all 24 games. There's his parents.
From beyond the arc.
Been a bit of a drought for the Sooner offense. It's their last 7 field goals as well, and haven't scored in a while.
In front of the rim. You've got Davion Bradford coming over to block that shot. And Kirk West just staying around the basketball, making something happen on the offensive glass.
First bucket for Quest.
Jump hook.
That ends the drought for Oklahoma. They had missed their last 9 from beyond the arc, and it comes from their most likely 3
results. That's how your dealership can reach anyone, anywhere, on any screen. Spectrum Reach is the most trusted media partner in America, and our local advertising experts are here to help grow your market share.
Davion Bradford, he's out defending Manic. Reaves bumped into McGurl, got a little span of minutes to go in Manhattan. Number 7, Oklahoma. Nursing a 5-point lead.
Well, they had Selton Miguel wide open at the rim.
And he's at 2, first point of the second half for Davion Harmon.
When Kirk West has been in the game for Oklahoma perimeter.
McGurl again. Oh my goodness! Mike McGurl on fire on. Well, you can check out our Showtime lineup coming up this week. LeBron and the Lakers taking on the Red Hot Jazz tomorrow night. And the Lakers head home to take on Dame and the Blazers Friday. And then Steph and the Warriors come to town on Sunday. All 3 of those ball here. If somebody's going to get fouled, they're looking for him and timeout.
Defensively, Oklahoma shoots a 3-point shot well. They're 40% as a team, but they've got to work inside out, driving the ball, attacking inside, because they do have an advantage there over Oral Roberts. I say free here. It doesn't feel free because of the challenge.
Nothing is free in life, Brendan.
Yeah, exactly. But, you know, essentially, he could be a freshman right now.
Tonight. 2 minutes left in the half. Reaves pulls up, trying to get his first field goal of the night.
6'5", and smaller guards out there for them defensively. And Reaves can always stay over the top, but makes it a little easier in many situations tonight.
Kirk West sweeps that one away and drops it. 12 minutes left. Sooners 18-point margin. Reaves got his own miss. Shot clock did not reset there. Lotsis getting a piece of it. 5 to shoot. Reaves to the bucket and in.
Clover being one of them who got injured in yesterday's shoot-around prior to Bacone game.
Austin Reaves scores. Elijah Louis lay
His scouting report. Max Asmith, O'Banner, but all of them can shoot.
Reaves will get a little continuation out of that and a 3-point opportunity.
I think they've got to go up a notch or 2 defensively, not just in stretches.
Reaves is putting them in the washing machine. Rockabye baby, right? The ball brought to you by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, a proud sponsor of OU Athletics, reminding you that drinking and driving is deadly and illegal. Together, we can end DUI. Visit endui.com.
opens up your reads, and that's what's really fun about it.
Hey, Josh, this is LaFonso Ellis. Congratulations on a good year.
Thank you.
Hey, Josh, your sister Keisha, 12 years older than you, played at Buffalo.
Yeah.
101.
Owns.
Good pass.
Zhang finishes it off. So the NBA making the move from Spalding, now using a Wilson ball.
Good pass.
Mamoukelashvili finishing in traffic. A lot of scouts are intrigued.
Brady Manek. There's the size advantage inside. No McCormick. And Manek takes advantage.
You expect that from Juan.
Well, Kansas gets Abaji a look, and he makes it pay. He's now 1 for 5 from three-point land. At the foul line, it's Manek. He has been the hot hand for Oklahoma. He has half their points, basically, pile up a bit as Kansas is now out of fouls to give. Alondis Williams off the feed from Austin Reaves.
He's going back to work, spinning. Another good defensive play. Here comes Austin Reaves. Ahead, Harmon. He will flush it. Oklahoma leads. Can't get a hold of it, and Queth rebounds. Here comes Austin Reaves. Reaves to Williams. Got Sims up in the air. It's a two-point game.
I think Texas. Walker lays it in off the assist from Cunningham.
This is a young Cowboy basketball team, one of the youngest in the country.
That's a big one early for Manek.
No question, the NBA draft industrial complex. That's why I don't like to say in November automatically the #1 pick. But what he's done for me is I've watched him practice a lot and also play in.
That's his second.
Yeah, there's a lot of zone tonight from Mike Boynton.
Gibson knocks it down, and we're tied again.
Let's see if Reaves can exploit the mismatch.
Shot fake, and he kicks it back outside to Harmon, who knocks down a three.
Well, that's great patience by Austin.
And the obstacles he overcame early in his coaching career just to get an opportunity, and multiple programs that he has resurrected. One of those, of course, kind of got his kid coaching start with Oklahoma State. Nice job by Davion Harmon, sagging back to knock away the entry pass. Harmon tries a three, knocks it down.
Nice shooting right there. There's that zone. They're playing a little. They start out with a 1-1-3, and then they use the tandem. He drops back and really becomes almost like a 2-3. That foul line area is wide open. Foul line area wide open.
And a lot. There's Manek on the rebound of the Anderson miss.
They're going to get Manek going offensively, get back his confidence and his swag on the offensive end.
Stepping into a three is Elijah Harkless.
And I think you people tune in tonight, that Kansas-Baylor game. I think Kansas is going to find a way at home to pull an upset, if you call it an upset. I don't call it that big of an upset.
Reaves to Gibson in the corner to
up there. I'm telling you right now, I'm getting all kinds of vibes. My ball dome is exploding with that. And I love the people in Waco. I love certainly Coach Drew. I think the world of him. And I wouldn't want to hear me stop here. It's not been easy. Some of these programs, it's a little tough. They had a great moment, I said, with Eddie Sutton. I'll never forget 95 going to the Final Four.
Harkless for three.
Well, right here now.
Their first second half miss, so here comes Reaves. 13 seconds to go. It's a 2-point game.
We get
Reaves, he'll drive it again. Gets it up top.
along with former Purdue All-American Robbie Hummel. I'm Mark Neely. Oklahoma, red hot. They've won 8 of their last 9 games. And they have the early lead. Here's a lob underneath, and then try to save it.
For the Golden Eagles, who begin the game in a man-to-man. Reaves, a wide open Brady Manick, and that's a good start. Can't leave him like that. Reaves, guarded by Thompson. Quest slashes, hits it, and a foul.
Up and down quick shots, and when it's not rolling offensively, Oklahoma's got to slow down.
Alondis Williams rising up over everybody. Reaves gliding in. Manick open on the baseline. Reaves just dishing it out right now. Weeks. Well, Banner did it in 6 days this offseason, so he can pull the trigger whenever he wants. The lob to Manick, who bangs another one down. Austin Reaves for his 7th rebound. Manick launching and hitting. You lose him briefly, and he will make you pay.
I tell you what, that have good years, in the upper half of their leagues, teams that make runs in the NCAA tournament.
And he was waiting.
They obviously missed McCormick over the course of the whole game, but early on, all 5 defenders have been active.
Garrett active with hands there. Gets the deflection. Queth tried to set the screen, and Reaves bounced it. And Queth couldn't handle it. Here's Brown for
self. Garrett on Reaves.
Reaves gets around both. Throws up a wild one. Offensive foul. And Austin Reaves.
It was a great matchup for Self. Let's see if they can get a mismatch.
Reaves. Garrett reached in. Did it go off of Reaves? It did. Marcus Garrett.
Ray Harris. We are down at the floor.
Keep your eye on this matchup, Bob. Bryce Williams on Reaves.
And it's just a sloppy pass as Reaves threw it a little too high, and Manick couldn't haul it in.
There's Boone.
Reaves turns it over. Bryce Williams takes it away. Lobs one. Reaves tries to...
They said they didn't recruit us, and we're angry about that. No respect.
Reaves lost his balance trying to kick it out to Jalen Hill. Cunningham will drive it.
Play right here. Shows his ability and versatility right here. Great angle, lays it on the glass. The great size made that happen. But I was reading this article by Jacob Unruh of the Oklahoma City News. And in that article, they talk about...
Maybe you wouldn't say Kate Cunningham is the no doubt about it #1 pick. What would they be looking at?
I think defensive intensity, he can still improve in that area in terms of bringing.
Moncrief's had 22. They get Langley had 22 against West Virginia. Williams, who just hit that shot, had 17 against Kansas. Boone had 22 against Texas. So they got different players. It's like Mike
got him as the #1 player on our ESPN NBA draft board as well.
Yeah, I remember Paul Biancardi told me about him last year. Just raved about him.
Reaves lost it
last year's first season with OU, and really has had most of the point guard responsibilities this season. He scored the last 5 points for the Sooners, and now a nice defensive play by Selton Miguel. Pulling upset here against #7 Oklahoma.
That was a really cool video. Parents, sisters, and I think seniors all across America in this really strange year of college.
Oklahoma winners of 8 of their last 9. In a battle in Manhattan, facing a K-State team that won on Saturday at TCU, their first win in about 5 weeks.
And Kasupi gets a good look, but unable to make the Sooners pay.
Kasupi picks up the foul. That's his.
I think when you watch his release, it's higher. He elevates his elbow even more. And I think that's going to give him continued more consistency.
Jurgens attacks. Harmon and Matt did not reset there. So it's a 10. And that's poked out of bounds by Thompson off of Austin Reaves. We hit a break tonight.
Yeah, that's amazing. Again, came here as a three-point spot-up shooter. And what he's developed into is
to school. But now there's the option. It's a question of where would you prefer to develop as a player? Because you can develop really quickly and really well in the G League.
Anderson, that's way short, and it's saved underneath by Harkless.
Use him as a relay guy as well as a passer. Reaves been real quiet.
Double.
Sooners with an 11-point lead, under 5 left here in this first half. O'Banner, one dribble. Reaves rising to block that one, and then a foul. What a great job to maintain.
Forward, he does a lot.
Yeah, you can see it for Seton Hall this year. Rebound the basketball, push it up the floor, initiate the offense, can knock down threes, plays with
him here at Oklahoma. And I think since he's joined the starting lineup, he has changed the competitive nature of this team, guys.
Yeah, and his first start, Holly, was against Kansas in Lawrence.
For Oklahoma, he's got 20 in the game. He's made some tough shots and some well-defended looks that he's just gone and said, I am an elite player in this league.
Harris gets in the lane. Scoop shot, no. Condit. Catch and shoot. Coleman lands. Bailey, not that they have to reestablish their credentials, but they have to come back and pick up where they left off. I think they're in conference and win their 8th game out of their last 9. Coleman lands.
To come off that pin down and get a terrific look from the corner.
And Lon Kruger going exceptionally small right now with Victor.
And Brady Manick is shredding it right now. He is making plays for other people. And Iowa State switching ball screens.
Defensive. Kirk Queth giving the Sooners 19-point lead again as Jackson slides through and knocks down another.
Chose to use him in that game, and he can be a guy that can put points on the board. And I would expect, Mr. Shambi, that Andrew Jones.
Virginia Tech up 4 on Duke in the second half of that one. And then the other one in the conference tonight to keep an eye on is Kansas.
The defender high up the lane.
Queth has really played well. First time coming off the bench this season for Oklahoma. Foreman 7-point lead for Oklahoma over number 9 West Virginia. Kerr Queth, the 5th-year senior from Biemnan, South Sudan.
The last thing I asked him in our conversation was, what's the most important thing today? And he said, make shots.
Thankfully, the Elfa sale is back with 30% off all Elfa systems. The Container Store, where space comes from.
No question. Again, coming up next here on ESPN2, undefeated and number 7 Tennessee, matching up.
Close one here this afternoon.
Yourself in a 3-point game, and they've done it with some other teams this year. We talked about them playing North Texas and Arizona State. They played some really good halves early on.
Bounds at Northeastern Oklahoma A&M in Miami here in the state of Oklahoma.
There goes Miguel to the bucket. Rebound out of Brad.
Let's see what Tech can do offensively. Oklahoma started to get their number. Does the ball move? Good shot. Take it.
And then Chance Moore, who had a better angle, basically overruled it. So that's what Lon has asked. Seemed a little more difficult for him last year. Now, obviously, he's doing it against Florida A&M, but he is definitely more of a threat in that paint offense.
Oklahoma is finding its way very quickly into its own bonus. 6 personal fouls against this.
Literally almost at the table with us. I haven't heard Week yelled louder by a coach.
There's a drive by Snead. So they have the Blake Griffin workout facility there now. Is he making the pitch to get some more money out of Trae Young for the
situation we're in? I know in the future we're going to be pretty good.
Anticipation pretty high for the All-Star game in Chicago a couple weeks?
Yeah.
Has led the entire way.
They're also being very deliberate. They're trying to eat away at that 30-second shot clock, decrease the possessions in the game.
That's a 3. That's for their last 6 from the field. OSU's now on an 11-0 run after that.
Absolutely one of the great rebuilding jobs in the history of the game, no doubt.
Butler can. 2 Final Fours, including one with the Sooners in 2016.
One thing about Lon Kruger's
Reaves, but it was after the shot clock had expired.
So now you have a little bit different lineup in West Virginia.
Doolittle backing in, spins, got it! Everything going Christian Doolittle's way today.
That was a lob, but it hit the rim before it got to Quet.
And Cowboys need to take advantage of these missed shots.
Oklahoma team, and he does a really good job in pick and pop situations, catch and shoot.
Moss, another look.
Very Young was the identity a couple of years ago. Veteran defensive-minded team last year. It'll be interesting to see how things play.
He's got to continue to put pressure off the bounce because obviously the book is out on him as far as a three-point shooter.
There he is again from 3.
Not to do that. You have to read tempo of the game, tempo of how you're playing.
Snead locks it up and hits a trip to get the ball on the block.
Last Sunday against Oklahoma State, Wichita State went.
Yeah, and De Silva can do, he set high picks. He can pick and pop, won't sit on the block at all. A very mobile unit.
Just not making them.
Tinkle back in. He's 3 for 11, 7 points and 8 rebounds, 5 assists as well. Reichel, no.
Midway through the opening half, Manick fell down. Knight wide open, had the double clutch, but still fit.
He hasn't been shooting the ball particularly well since he's been here, but doing some other things.
Wow. What a crossover, getting to.
Aaron Wiggins, Jay, to me, has NBA length and athleticism. The question for him is, can he consistently do what we're seeing him do? So my role was to score with my back to the basket, knock down 15-foot jump shots. And so I knew that I could shoot it from 18 to 20.
Garrett drives it, and he banks it home.
Kerquet. Reaves draws Ramey. Ramey inside, tough, and Queth pulls it down.
Plays.
Coleman stripped by Reaves.
Avery Anderson, that's way short. Harmon missed just about everything. And And it looks like an offensive foul.
9 deep, but the two guys that are keys for them, three really, Harmon, Reaves, and Manick.
Walker.
That's been two coaches that have taken 5 teams in terms of the NCAA tournament. Name the other one. A little sports trivia out there. Come on, people. Name the other one. Send it to me on Twitter. It's heard how long they take to make decisions. You got schools out there charged with allegations, and it's been years and waiting for an answer. And surprised he didn't make the team.
As people had, about his shooting coming into this season, shooting it really well today and really well in the season.
And there's a hole in this game.
Maybe Texas Tech. West Virginia outlasted Texas in Austin. That ball floated up by Bolt, and that is an offense.
More confidence, more aggressive, more energy.
Deep three, Bolton short. Coleman live, 5 assists to go along with his 11 points. Bolton a spin, got it. Back to a 2-point slip under the 4-minute mark. In an Oklahoma team, as we talked about earlier, there's a block by Queth. That's going to down 10. Harris on the drive.
Now Bolton, with the ball in his hands, turns it over. We have to fact check you from time to time. You had 15, and I think Duke won by 16,
yeah,
so you were close.
It was not good.
And that was obviously in West.
A lot of big moments in an Oklahoma uniform.
Jackson had that poked away from behind by Davion Harmon.
He hasn't had a history of saying a lot. So I look forward to seeing how that develops, that part of his game, leading others.
Points headed toward the end of the half. Might they get one more?
An execution. When I saw these guys Saturday, we talk about Kansas and what they're going through. I thought the starting fives were equal by the defense. I think you got to find some ways to create some one-on-one opportunities because he can do this. Yeah, that is really remarkable. Of course, they've been hit by the COVID, protocols themselves. Good. Just leave it in Matt Coleman's hands. He's been here before.
Coleman at the bucket puts it.
Country at the end of the season. The two guys they lost were all Americans. He's had to be a different kind of player this year. All 5 positions. Great defense right there.
That's why he was the National Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Yep.
And now he's doing it on offense.
And the team, Silver Lake. Lon Kruger. How about that? So, Bob, congratulations on your retirement. I miss you. Popping in here.
I was going to say the Jayhawks leaving a couple of points on the free throw line today. 7 missed free throws. Could that loom large? Brown on a deep 3. No.
but now there's the option. It's a question of where would you prefer to develop as a player? Because you can develop a team or something, you go, well, I'm as good as that guy.
Right.
Could you imagine if guys were leaving early and you'd be comparing yourself, well, wait a minute, I was as good as that guy in high school.
It's bedlam, right? I mean, that's how close you would expect these games would be played. As Bryce Williams is
Cunningham. I mean, I could watch the magic of this kid. You love watching great talents.
Nice job by Austin.
Defensively by Kansas State.
And K-State coming off a win on Saturday. Adjusted that shot with his length. The Cyclones will try to keep digging into this deficit and a driving. Reaves and Bolton playing the waiting game. Down the lane, scoop, no, bad.
Beyond the arc as a sophomore while at Wichita State a few years back, but has not been that prolific of a three-point shooter with the Sooners.
We know he had a big game in the first matchup between these two teams, but he's 10 of 19 from three in his last three, shooting it really well.
Shot clock down to 12 for the Roadrunners. Jackson slides in and lost it. Reaves runs. Gibson ahead of the basketball.
He's always had a quick shot, but his release point is higher, meaning his elbow is elevating more. That makes it even tougher. Kept the ball moving, runs down a long rebound, gets it moving quickly again. It's basically when you get an offense.
And Texas has it.
Who's out with a calf injury. Miles had that swatted away, still somehow got it off.
Chucky, there's the best cutting team in the Big 12. And I think that goes back to the Bobby Knight influence of Chris Beers. You know, the ball came loose. Reaves was able to retrieve it and had a built-in broken floor right there. Just smart player that lets it come to him.
Nimhard, really tough finish.
Contributor. Oh, quick the rejection on McBride. Just stuffed. His third block. Reaves.
Chris, there are so many things that Baylor does well. What impressive later in the half and starting the second half for Lon Kruger. Here's Mitchell calling his own number with the shot. And they're going to get Mason.
Be able to say he dunked in a game.
He almost had a dunk earlier this season against Washington. Actually tried to take it up again.
Offensive foul.
6. Miguel surveys Reaves in front of him. One-on-one, Miguel will hoist. Reaves runs at him.
Saw him in the warm-ups just getting his chin on the rim. I told him he needs to dunk everything tonight. And we told him that.
Austin Reaves reminds me a little bit of Jeff Hornacek back in the day.
I can see that. Jay, we have those guys that have
opened twice.
Yes.
You're like, dude, I was open right away. Shooter as well, because he can guard multiple spots. He's not not the speediest of guys, but I first saw him when he was at Wichita State, as John mentioned, a competent perimeter shooter where you'd have to go out and guard him, and he's gone the other way. So the truth is, you just don't know. But most players, I think, if they
constructive criticism and the critics, I found out what they were saying about me. I went in the gym and I wanted to get better. That's my motto.
It's a lot more fun when these kids make shots, and rather than the first half, where they were struggling on offense, they are making plays now as Manic.
Through the strong side of that defense, then the back cut with Davion Harmon, a nice executed play by Oklahoma.
Brown spinning on Harmon, there's a foul and count the...
You look at Austin Reaves, you look at the way that Davion Harmon has stepped up, Emoji Gibson, they've developed some depth, and that's huge for them.
Ramey to Sims, great pace to this game. Andrew Jones knocked away to Sims. And Manic comes a rebound by Cunningham. Kicks it out. Febres again. Kai Jones. Kai Jones dominant. Ramey saves it. Matt Coleman with the blow-by. Sims working inside on Manic. Ramey. That goes off of his knee. Turnover. This is resets. Coleman airmails it. Pushed himself in bounds before that was saved. Ramey again beats Sims and he flushes it.
One thing about Cade is he's getting started earlier and earlier in games. Nice pass.
Maddie sets up Caleb. Avery Anderson tries to cross over, a lot of contact, no call. Reaves goes down.
Markless, the transfer from Northridge, who has become a mainstay for Lon Kruger.
That's how you...
Jalen Hill guarding Cunningham now. There's the crowd.
And there's the...
I think defensive intensity, he can still improve in that area in terms of bringing it every single...
Mike Schmitz, you got it, our ESPN NBA draft analyst, and here is Cade Cunningham putting up a 17-footer. Offensive rebound coming up.
Second half.
The lob to Cunningham, surrounded by Sooners, and draws the final 2 minutes. Cunningham needs a screen. He gets it. Manic jumps out. Bullets a pass down low. Missing the layup was Boot.
Maybe Adam, whoever the word is.
Here's Cunningham. His floater is...
Percentage is down. He's definitely a guy that can make shots.
Shot clock winding down again. Nigel Pack got it. Down 10. Harris on the drive.
I like that Iowa State switched that ball screen, and you make Austin Reaves, who's fresh off that quarantine, take a perimeter jump shot. Good defense there from the Cyclones early.
Solomon.
And Rasheer Bolton has been just a stat sheet filler.
Young, 2 feet in the paint, and he's
opened up. Kind of wide open shot.
Starting 5 still on the floor for Lon Kruger. Another miss. That
player for Oklahoma at 6'7", and Solomon Young certainly a little bigger at 6'8", but a lot of guards on the floor right now. It's off the line. Harkless kind of taking that negative step, and that right foot touches the sideline.
Bolton calls his own number. 2 missed his first 3 3-point attempts today. He's made his last 2. And Young, quiet.
Best basketball of his young career so far. Nice drive inside.
Jones lost it, got it knocked. Williams inside, and 3 guys have 4 fouls.
Yeah. Good look inside, good finish. How do I know that? They've got 58 points, and we still have 12 minutes to go.
Jones inside gets
the country at the end of the season. The 2 guys they lost were all Americans. He's had to be a different kind of player this year.
Signature win in this 2020-21 season. And the foul's going to go on.
Win all the missed opportunities to gain experience, because where you grow the most is game situations. But you can see, you know, over the next couple of roll. And Selton gave him a really good pass, but Bradford didn't have his hands ready. I mean, they're running the play to him. You know, those are the type of things early or in the game tonight. There's a lot of things that don't show up in the box score.
5th block for Kirk.
He hasn't been shooting the ball particularly well since he's been here, but doing some other things.
Wow. What a crossover, getting to
Aaron Wiggins, Jay, to me, has NBA length and athleticism. The question for him is, can he consistently do what we're seeing him do?
But now there's the option. It's a question of where would you prefer to develop as a player? Because you can develop a team or something. You go, well, I'm as good as that guy.
Right.
Could you imagine if guys were leaving early and you'd be comparing yourself, well, wait a minute, I was as good as that guy in high school.
So my role was to score with my back to the basket, knock down 15-foot jump shots. And so I knew that I could shoot it from 18 to 20.
Garrett drives it, and he banks it home.
That ball is singing right now.
Abaji with a shot fake, drives it, reverses it home. Wilson attacks the rim. The tip follow not there.
Five different Sooners have hit a triple already in this game. Andrew Jones. Foul call. Kirkwet. Reaves draws Ramey. Ramey inside. Tough. And Queth pulls it down.
Going to happen.
Coleman kicks to Andrew Jones. Trying to drive on Reaves. Jones really strong.
That's Bedlam, right? I mean, that's how close you would expect these games would be played. As Bryce Williams is Reaves.
Been 2 coaches that have taken 5 teams with in terms of the NCAA tournament. Name the other one. A little sports trivia out there. Come on, people. Name the other one. Send it to me on Twitter.
I got to admit, Robbie, about 3 weeks or so ago, I was kind of kicking dirt on Kansas, thinking things were really.
Sooners with an 11-point lead, under 5 left here in this first half. O'Banner, 1 dribble, Reaves rising to block that.
Picks back up again. And it's this end of the floor that separates good teams from
Alive. Heck yeah. Back then. I mean, you'll recall there was no G League back then. It was called the Continental Basketball Association, the CBA.
Yes.
And it was not as well fun.
There you go, Preston. Shoot that one.
Realized the pass he was about to throw was not one he wanted to throw. It becomes a turnover and a Garrett three.
Him here at Oklahoma, and I think since he's joined the starting lineup, he has changed the competitive nature of this team, guys.
Yeah, and his first start, Holly, was against Kansas in Lawrence.
Three. It's down to single digits now for Oklahoma. They've got a lot of momentum. Garrett left alone. Knocks.
Over KU, Texas, Alabama, West Virginia. This was the hottest team in America, you could have said.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
See how they're crowding Cade on the post-ups.
Moncrief shies away from Manick, kicks it back outside.
Surprised he didn't make the team. You know, Cade Cunningham, if you look at his numbers, he's really a stronger player in the second half than he is in the first half when you look at stats.
Avery Anderson. That won't go.
You know, and Cunningham's 20, you know, it's a quiet 20. It's not really, it's a quiet 20.
And shoots about 8% higher from the field in the second half as opposed to the first half. So we'll see if he puts on a show in the second half today. Putting on a Harkless back in the game to try and harass Cunningham. He kicks it to the wing. Bryce Williams. That hit the side of the backboard. Boone runs down the loose ball.
He gets hurt defensively by Kansas State.
And K-State coming off a win on Saturday.
He's got a lot of ability. He can make plays for others, and I think sometimes he makes plays, Mark, that make you say, wow, but the consistency certainly has not been there, and that's going to be the next step for him.
Opportunity for Harkless on his own miss. He had a career-high 8 rebounds, by the way, in the first half.
He does a little bit of everything.
I should say.
On the court and in the classroom with such high character. Do the best.
Hi, Michael. We love you. We're really proud of you. You're elite.
On a dribbling from McGurl. Now gives it up. Quick ball movement. Kasuki in and out with his 3. Foul. That's his second. Team foul number 7 against K-State. So it puts the Sooners in the ball.
For Oklahoma, he's got 20 in the game. He's made some tough shots and some well-defended looks that he's just gone and said, I am an elite player in this league.
2 free throws by Manick, just his 15th and 16th free throws of the season. 3 off the back heel.
More confidence, more aggressive, more energy.
Deep 3, Bolton short. Coleman, Bailey, not that they have to reestablish their credentials, but they have to come back and pick up where they left off. I think.
Shot clock slips down to 5. McNeil on Reaves. He's going to put up the 3. Tough shot. Got McBride almost lost the handle. McNeil.
More than any team in the Big 12 because of injuries and COVID-related issues. They are healthy for essentially the first time this season. Jalen Coleman coming up on 10.5 to go. It's been a back-and-forth battle so far. Tied at 18.
To come off that pin down and get a terrific look from the corner.
And Lon Kruger going exceptionally small right now with Victor.
So much credit to Lon Kruger of developing guys and molding this team together.
Johnson, that
right there, Bolton taking it right to the basket.
Here's the freshman Walker. Harris for three.
The offensive foul.
It's been a tight ball game throughout. Number 9, Oklahoma, coming off in his
by the defense. I think you got to find some ways to create some one-on-one opportunities because he can do this. You know, ensuing offensive rebound. Jalen Hill knocks down his 4th 3 of the season. And again, Andrew Jones has to have the ball, and this guy. Texas down by 7. I'm feeling a run. Feeling a run for Texas.
In the game, in regulation, that you don't allow yourself to get sloppy like that.
Outlet pass to Jones. That's a guy you know will shoot.
Yeah, that was a force. And that's going to be the issue, Fonz, is his defense, because he can shoot it, but is he athletic enough to stay in front of the super athletic wings in the NBA? Can he switch out on a guard and be able to guard for a little
bones? Because since he was a little kid, he's looked like he's just skin and bones. Hey, as we get older, we wish we had that problem.
I'm certainly not getting my body.
Allows 6 people at a time to come in and get vaccinated.
The first female coach in the NFL.
It's a new way to see the best of News 12's local channels from all across the tri-state area, all in one place.
Finishes on the other side of the rim.
His ability to be able to change speeds and change directions, and that time it was against McCord Maker, an almost 7-footer, but he's doing that against smaller guys as well. And
can make Gonzaga take the ball out of the net. You got a better chance of setting your D.
Baseline inbounds. Nemhard misses. That's 2 looks near the basket early for the Bulldogs.
And here's Tillman down low. Double teams. Tillman faces up against Manick. No good. Rebound by Reaves. He'll do that. Reaves is a good rebounder.
Yeah, but that's a win for Oklahoma whenever Tillman's taken.
At some points. And the Tigers going right to the rim. The block is picked off by Williams. And the loose ball plucked off the floor by Austin Reaves. Sidewinding up the floor. And Drews, love your vision. You saw that once it left his hand that it was going to be on target. Pickett off the glass. No good. Ball tipped out. Reaves has it. Now Reaves waiting, finds Manick again.
Play for his team.
In tight quarters, too. Smith for 3. That one in and out. Reaves with the board.
Well, they closed the window on him pretty quickly.
Yeah, they did. And Harkless. Garrett for 3. In and out. Oklahoma has out there that didn't seem to have recognition of the clock. Albaji off the heel. Reaves the rebound. Acceleration by Harris. Out to Wilson. Reaves able to go up over the top of Christian Brown for that rebound.
We got that pickup game.
Set the screen, and Reaves bounced it. And Queth couldn't handle it. Here's Brown for 3. That's way off the mark.
Tough shot. He was off balance. He ran out to the line, but never really got his.
When these kids make shots, and rather than the first half, where they were struggling on offense, they are making plays now, as Manick did a good job to stay with Wilson on the drive. Abaji straight away. Short. Reaves has the rebound. For Oklahoma, he has half their points basically, 12 of their 25. Reaves takes it away. He'll pull up for three. Austin Reaves
are big-time plays.
Coleman stripped by Reaves. Oklahoma with numbers.
Cunningham again double-teamed and throws it along the baseline. Reaves read it and got the steal.
This kid can shoot the three. I mean, the penetration ability is there, his passing ability, and I just think his vision. I see a lot of Penny Hardaway, and I see some Grant Hill in the kid when I look at this young guy, Cunningham.
He'll drive it again. Gives it up to Magic. Magic banks it in to tie the game with 7 seconds to go. Here comes Cunningham. It looks like they're going to let him play it out. He lost the ball. It's in the backcourt. Reaves trying.
Now Bolton, with the ball in his hands, turns it over. Harmon at the other end. Left-handed layup is good.
There's Cedric Allen. Shot clock down to 12 for the Roadrunners. Jackson slides in and lost it. Reaves runs. Gibson ahead of the pack. And Reaves was open, finds Manick, and he's just a terrific shooter. A lot of big moments in an Oklahoma uniform. Jackson had that poked away from behind by Davion Harmon. Davion attacks, dumps it back, Phipps wide open.
Mitch Lightfoot.
Like this.
Stolen away by Reaves.
They tried to post Abaji out of the timeout on Gibson. Good reaction.
Bench. Shot clock at 3. Garrett on a triple. Going for the rebound. It's saved by Wilson, but taken by Reaves. Nice run. Boy, Williams, good hand.
This year than he would have been if he had played right away coming from Presbyterian.
Yeah, and Chris, you know this, having covered this team for the last few years. This is nothing new for the Baylor Bears.
Just the guard, not just the post players, but the guards. As Davion Harmon right there, almost with the steal.
And Reaves comes up with the steal.
To play. I mean, you put yourself in a three-point game, and they've done it with some other teams this year. We talked about them playing North Texas and Arizona State. They played some really good halves early on as Kirk Queft gets out loose for a dunk, and that's what you level, Brendan.
Yeah, no question. I mean, there's some players on this basketball team. We mentioned Bradford. Of course, Deshaun Gordon turns it over right.
Selton Miguel. Ezeagu wasn't looking. He had his back turned. Gibson stop and pop a 3. Drop.